Welcome to Mind Transformation. This is a very special edition of Mind Transformation. Thank you for joining me again once today. Today, we believe this is an awesome time and we just want to share with you. So we invite you wherever you are, here on YouTube or Facebook, this broadcast. Just share this broadcast. We appreciate it highly. If you are on YouTube or on Facebook, you on TikTok. Thank you for joining me again. Share this broadcast. Invite someone. Come, let's share. Invite someone. Come, let's share. Thank you. Come on, someone. Invite someone to come and let's share. We will appreciate it for you to just come on and let's share this time. Welcome to this broadcast. Welcome to this broadcast. In the next minute or two, we will be starting. And it's our desire not to stay a very long time. So if you are just joining us, we want to welcome you, invite someone, share this broadcast with someone so they can come and let us share. It's a pleasure having you. This is a awesome day. It's a great day. Great day. Thank you for joining us. This is Mind Transformation. Mind Transformation. We are glad to have you here today. Let me see if I can do it this way. Maybe it will sound better for this one. It's better for this one. Thank you. Thank you for this time. Share the video. Share this video. We appreciate it. Share this video. Invite someone. Invite someone so we have come to just share. In the next minute or two, we will be speaking to you and we'll be out of your way. So again, I'm sharing. Invite someone and share this video. I encourage you. You can like and share this video with someone. I'm on the three platforms, TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. So you can go on YouTube. If you're not on Facebook, you can go on YouTube and watch me. If you're on TikTok, you can watch me on TikTok. If you're on share this video, invite someone. I'll soon be starting. I will soon be starting. This is a wonderful time. We hope that you are having a great time on the subject matter we have been dealing with. So again, we ask you to share the video. Last night we dealt with decisions and consequences. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. As we said, share this video, invite someone. We will soon be out of your way. So we hope to make an impact. We just don't want to come and leave without making an impact. So it is our desire that we be impactful in all that we say in the lives of people. So again, share this video, invite someone to Mind Transformation. Mind Transformation. As I doing this, I'm sharing. So I want you to join me in sharing this video out on Facebook or YouTube or on TikTok. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining. It's a pleasure having you. I don't take it for granted. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Okay. Want to start speaking to you, and from right here, we will be leaving you. Okay, we are here. Thank you. Share this. If you are on TikTok, invite a friend. If you are on Facebook, let someone know that we are here on Mind Transformation. Thank you. Nathan, stop. We are on Mind Transformation. So if you are here, just join us and share this. Today, Yesterday, we were dealing with a subject matter, decisions and consequences. For those of you that were not on, you can go to our broadcast that we did on TikTok. You can watch the entire broadcast. If you are on Facebook, you can go to my Facebook page. You can watch the entire broadcast on my Facebook page, or you can go to YouTube and watch it on YouTube. We dealt with decisions and consequences. Decision is, we said that yesterday, that decision is not as important as consequences, because you do not live with the decisions, you live with the consequences. So again, I encourage you to share this video, share this video. So today we want to deal with something else. Today we want to deal with something else. We want to deal with subject matter. And the reason why we are emphasizing the importance of mind transformation, we call it the law of mental transformation. That's a law. You know, if you intend to get to the next level, you have to change the way you think, or you have to develop the next level of your thought process in order for you to advance. That does not happen automatically. If your mind is stuck, your life will be stuck. If your mind is revolving, your life will revolve. So that's why we decided to reignite, revive the mind transformation, because we have been getting a lot of calls and people have been asking us what happened to this program. So we decided to come back and bring it to you again, dealing with the mind, because the mind is the vehicle of the body, whether you accept it or not. So tonight, we want, from my end, we want to look at a subject matter, and that is outgrowing the old version of you. Outgrowing is a process. It's not an event. It's a process that takes place. So again, we encourage you to share this video and invite someone. Have you ever tried in your lifetime to wear a suit or dress that you bought some years ago, and maybe some 10 years ago, and you found out, oh, I found this dress, I really love this dress, or I found this suit, I really love this suit, I bought it a long time ago, and you started to try to see how best you can put it on you. You having difficulty in putting it on, is tight because along the way you may have gained weight or so. Have you had that situation where it no longer fits you? And then sometimes some people will look inside to see if there's seam in it, where they can open the seam and try to put it on. They find out that even with the amount of seam that is in it just won't work. Have you had that experience before? Have you even had the experience where you intend to wear a dress or a suit and you found out that for the past 10, 15 years, at the time that you wore the suit, that was the kind of suit in style, and it's no longer in style, and you believe that if you wear this suit, people will laugh at you? Have you had that experience before? So that means that people will tell you that suit is outdated, and they will tell you you need to change to something new. As I said, share this video. I invite you to share this video with as many friends as possible on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube. So you have to kind of look for the ones that will fade and the one that may be, like the latest. So that's exactly what happens when you try to carry the old version of you. When you try to carry the old version of yourself into the new season that God may be calling you to or introducing you to, it becomes difficult. I had an experience, and I always remember this story. I had a cell phone. And one day, when I buy a cell phone, it would take that kingdom come before I buy another one. So I'm known for that. Once it can call and it can receive, when I try to kind of learn the other things about it, I just want to call her and receive. That was my major point of getting cell phone. And one day I tried calling, it just couldn't work. And I thought it was the phone company. I called them. They said, no, you have service. Your service is on. Something must be wrong with your phone. I said, well, I don't understand why this is going on. I restarted the phone and still had a difficult problem in getting it to call. And then I found out later that people tried to call me and they could not get through. So I decided to take it to the shop. I took it to the shop and the repairman told me that, sir, your phone, you need a newer version of your phone. You need to upgrade. That's the word you. That was the exact word he used. You need to upgrade. So I thought, oh, but it's simple. Well, then what you could do is upgrade the phone. I said, is there some attachment that you need to somehow software that you need to download in order to upgrade the phone? I said, then download the software. You were dealing with a lot of customers and kept waiting. He asked me, so what are you deciding? I said, I'm waiting for you to download the software that will upgrade the phone for me to make call and receive calls. He said, no, that does not work. I said, but what works? He said, the cell phone you are using is outdated. This is an old version. And when I talk about upgrading, I mean you will have to completely do away with this phone and get a newer one. I said, oh, that's what you mean? He said, that's exactly what I mean. Because this phone can no longer be used for the purpose. You see, I could not make calls. I could not receive calls, even though I could see one or two things on it. But that was not it was not giving me the full package because that was an older version. And in order for me to get the full package, I must go to the newer version that will give me what I want. So I needed to be upgrade to upgrade the phone. I thought it was serve my purpose true, or I was dead wrong. And in the end, I had to trash that and get a newer one. I had to upgrade. And so is life. You are growing, but you are not trying to shrink to match your path. You see, in order for you to grow, you have to shrink the path so that your development can grow more than your path. Your development will grow the older version of who you were. Let me say this in other words. You can't enter your new season or your new level wearing yesterday's mindset. It won't work. Every level you enter has its own mindset, has its own design, has its own challenges. You must understand that. Most times we pray for elevation. If we can pray, most times we pray for elevation. Most times we desire elevation, but yet we are holding on to the fears and the insecurities and the habits of what used to be. And if you hold on to what used to be, which was yesterday, it's kind of difficult to go into your today because you are still living in the older version of who you were, you know? And in order for us to go to this new version, we need to implement something in our mind called transformation. And transformation will always require us to shift something. We got to, something has to shift. And sometimes the thing we have to shift from, or the thing we have to get rid of, is the fear and the failures. So because you failed yesterday means you won't succeed today. Or because you failed a few minutes ago, it means you will not succeed an hour from now. That's what I'm talking about. The fear of the unknown. And sometimes it is the comfort of the routine. Sometimes the people who keep reminding us who we were instead of speaking into who we are becoming. Sometimes we become prisoner to people who keep reminding us of who we were, and we feel that we're not advanced into who we are becoming. They never see us develop. And in that process, we never see ourselves developing either. Because why? We are still in the older version of who we are, not taking into consideration that we need to grow into a newer version of what we are to become. That's a challenge. Sometimes we are stuck. Sometimes we are stuck at a place where we can't move, not because God isn't moving. It's because we refuse to move with Him, or we refuse to move with His season. You know, if you are not careful, your mind can be stuck in 2016 or 2014, or even 2022, or even 2024 while you're in 2025. Yes, your mind can get stuck. For this reason, when your mind gets stuck, you will keep showing up, you will keep showing to people an outdated version of you. And that's why people will see constantly, because you are stuck in yesterday. Because not only what have you stuck in yesterday, you are crippled by fear, you are paralyzed by perfectionism, and you are chained by opinions. Remember, I said you are crippled by fears, you are paralyzed by perfectionism, and you are chained by opinions. You cannot be mentally living in an old room and believing for new doors. No. Now your physical body can be living in an old room, but your mind can transition from that old room into a bigger thing than just a room. Your mind can transition into a palace. Your mind can transition into seeing something, a greater version of you, even though you are in a room. And because of that, your mind has the ability to transition your body, the physical aspect, the reality of that, from that of a one room to that of a palace, or that of a complete change of your life. But your body cannot change location except your mind makes the decision. Outgrowing the older version. Share this video and invite someone. Someone needs this. Invite someone to come in here again. There's an internal battle always taking place that needs to be conquered. And that is the battlefield. You refer the mind as the battlefield of the mind. There's war going on. I must challenge you that there's more to who you are right now. But you are too afraid to become more, too afraid to advance, too afraid to face your fears, because you are crippled by it. Too afraid to confront paralysis. Too afraid understanding that perfectionism is the order of the day, but it's a process. You will never become someone different until you see it differently from the mind. There's someone that said to me, and which is so true, that God will never put fresh oil into an old vessel. Sometimes it has to break. Something has to be released in order for you to advance. Share this video. Share this video. So, in order for the newer version to come, you know what the man told me, the cell phone guy? He said, if you want a newer version, you got to get rid of the old. You can't keep the old. You got to get rid of the old one. If you keep the old one, it just won't work. It's out outdated. That dream, that way of doing it, if it's updated, you will not get the desired result. Now, listen, that when you're getting rid of the old, you must come to a place to understand that you must be willing and ready for your mind to transition from the old to the new. Why do you say that I need to get rid of? The transition must take place from the old habit, the old mindset, the old narrative, the old pain, the old setback, the old way of thinking that if I do it like this and I've been failing, if I do it again, I'll get another result. Instead of doing it differently. You must get rid of that. It's important. Outgrowing the older version of you. Invite someone to come and let us share. You must understand that most of us are emotionally attached to the outdated versions of ourselves. And it's difficult for us to release ourselves. Why? Because of fear. We find our identities in the struggles we are supposed to outgrow. So because of the challenges, we just settle for that. That's a difficult place to be. And so we label ourselves as this is what God designed me to be. This is the life. And whereas he says, no, I designed you to be greater than that. But because you are afraid, because you have built a defense, and because you are crippled, that you must be perfect to do what I want you to do. So these patterns that you are surrounded by, it destroys your potential. You cannot see the potential that you possess. Even when the greater you is crying within you, your mind tells you to be silent because you cannot be. And so you try to settle for that. But here's a wake-up call. And this is very, very powerful. You cannot heal in a same environment where you were hurt. You cannot step into your divine purpose if you keep negotiating with your past. You see, outgrowing the older version of you is a painful process. It means waking up to the hard truth. It means walking away from what is familiar. It means learning to live without applause. People don't have to applaud you. You see, process is not applauded. Outcome is. If you find people applauding you, that means you are really pushing against the tide, but you are closer to the finish line. From the beginning of the process, you won't even be recognized. In fact, you will be faced with criticism. In fact, you will be challenged that you can't do it. It can't happen because you're just not qualified. You don't have the requisite potential of ability, of education enough to become successful. If you're not careful, you will kill a dream before you even start. And destiny seems impossible. And so you will settle for less. So you got to wake up to the hard truth. It means you got to walk away from what is so familiar. It means you got to learn to live in the wilderness and understand that you are going through a process. It's necessary. It's necessary. The version of you that is called to impact nations, to lead your generation, cannot be built on the blueprint of fear. It cannot be built on the blueprint of shame or even self-doubt. Eventually, you will have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I have stayed here too long. Yes, Unless you look yourself and face the reality and see that person in the mirror, say, I've stayed here too long. Long enough in insecurity, long enough in procrastination, long enough in spiritual laziness, long enough in cycles that will drain your joy. I'm just in a cycle. You must understand that you have to force yourself to evolve. Understand that. Why? Because there is something new that is waiting for you. Someone is depending on you. Someone is waiting for your success in order for them to be successful. If you ever doubt your ability to grow, look at where you have already survived. The old version of you will have never made it through some of the storms you have walked through, but you did. You made it not just because of your strength or ability, but because God was redefining you, preparing for a higher calling. That's why you were here. You are created, you were sent to solve a problem and not to become a problem. You were sent as a solution. So today, make a decision, not a feeling, but a decision from this moment forward that you will no longer carry the identity of the old. You are a new creation. The old is gone, the new is here. Take advantage of it. You don't have to feel it. No, you don't have to recognize it. You just have to believe that the new is here. If you fail, if you stumble or cry through the night, the new is here. Grow through the process. Let me tell you something. If you want to fulfill that purpose, then you must realize that purpose requires personal evolution. Change your mind. Change your life. Become what you were sent to do. One thing that is required in this world, and one thing that God requires of you is not perfection, it's transformation. If you change your thought process, I will elevate you to the next level. The mind is so powerful that the mind is able to rise up from the depth of the earth and become successful in every way. Let me end on this. Purpose is not stumbled upon accidentally. Purpose is revealed through the process of personal evolution. So no one who fulfills the purpose of God remains the same. Think about that tonight. As we close on this, make a decision to change the older version of you to a newer version of who you're supposed to become and what you're supposed to do. I want to challenge you, share this video, that in this November 2025, when you are entering 2026, there will be a newer version of you if you just decide that as of today's day, I've started to outgrow the older version of me. Thank you for watching. This is my transformation on the subject matter of growing the older version of me. What we decided to do during this time is to go and deal with subject matters that will impact us in every part of our lives for our betterment. Tomorrow, we'll be having a medical doctor on that will come, on a neurologist that will come and speak about the importance of making sure that we stay healthy. So I'm going to bring on a medical doctor. I want you to invite a friend. And if you will, we'll bring you on so that you can ask questions that have to deal with the subject matter And we bring other people on so that we can be dealing with a total man. And that is a package of mind transformation. So don't miss it. Share this video, and tomorrow join me same time, same station. As I said, we'll be bringing a medical doctor, a neurologist, and we will share the flyer on this platform. On my TikTok platform, I will share the flyer later when I get off the line. And you can join us and be a part, and we will try to see if we can bring you on. If you have a question, or if you write the question, we will be able to respond to you as we read the questions and let the medical doctor answer the question. So we'll be dealing with various medical doctors that will deal with various situations we have, including mental challenges, dealing with the subject matter of medicine and faith, and also making sure that, something I have passion for, and that is autism. We have professionals that will come on to deal with autism, professionals that will deal with the various uh, specialized areas. So again, we want you to join us. We will do the best we can to come on these platforms. If we find ourselves on TikTok tomorrow and we cannot do it live on YouTube as we're doing it now, we will have it on TikTok, and then we have it on YouTube after we've done with TikTok. So it's a 30 minutes program as much as we can to condense the time. But again, we say join us, invite a friend, go our platform about 30 minutes or so from now. Keep watching. We will have a flyer there. So you can share the flyer, uh, and then you can join us and ask your question, as the medical doctor will be here to educate us on what we need to do, preventions, and everything else we need to do to keep healthy and to stay alive. Thank you for watching Mind Transformation. Share this video and invite a friend. This is your humble servant, Bishop Gabriel Latner. Say, I enjoy being with you. It's a pleasure, and I'm excited. I hope you are also. Join me again. Again, as I said, look on my page for the flyer and join me tomorrow for a very special edition. Thank you. Good night, and God bless. Goodbye.